So this video is going to be of the reflections for week 4, 5 and 6. This is because the studio wasn't available before the Easter break as people were in here still preparing for their own project. So therefore we're going to talk about all these 3 weeks all together. I did try to keep record of the things that I was doing and writing just so this would be a bit more easier. In week 4 I remember finishing the contextual research, which was, I focused on a book called Selfie, which is about the relationship of people with themselves and how they see themselves. I remember I've already talked about that. It was a very interesting book. I actually finished reading it. I also looked at the Vina Hour, which is a talk show. I watched a specific one which was called Addiction to Technology, and I've taken a few notes on that. I think it was really interesting because once again it's about the relationship that we have with ourselves and why we do certain things on social media. And then I have also, for the contextual research, I've also looked at a website. I was looking at this one specifically for the design of it. It was called Naturally Ella. I think it was a food website actually, but I really liked the layout of it. It looked almost like an Instagram feed, and that's exactly what I wanted mine to look like, because if I'm trying to attract an audience that is used to social media, they would feel more attractive. It's more eye-catching for them. I also, with my mentor, we also looked at The Guardian and how they do dab videos. Those dabs are basically big storylines from news articles mostly, and they kind of put everything together with background music, and they have a short text. I'm sure that you've seen them on Facebook and social media mostly. So I thought I could do something like that. I could put them together because they're kind of easy to create because they're really short, and as I said, you just have some moving image and some text and some background music. So it's not very complicated. And I also thought it would be a very good idea of sharing original news, because I think for young people like myself, it's one thing when you see something written, and then there's the other when you can actually listen and engage into a moving image. Then on week 5, I put together my audience research. I designed a questionnaire which my mentor has helped me pass around the first years of this college. I've chosen them because I feel like they're quite young, and I could say maybe not mature enough in order to maybe realise the consequences for spending so much time on social media. So I really wanted to hear their opinion about it and how they feel and why they use it and how it makes them feel when they do use it. And then lastly, week 6, that was right before the holiday. I remember I looked at my audience research feedback, and I thought it wasn't enough, and then I just designed another online questionnaire, which again I have emailed to another class of the second years this time, just so I can compare results and have a bit of variety in terms of their genders